Hallo, hallöchen Leute, willkommen wieder zurück zu einem neuen Part von Honkai Star Rail. Und wir schauen uns erstmal klammheimlich die Zusammenfassung an und sehen mal, was wir hier tun können.
Asheville discovered what the happiness surgery truly entails, implanting the flesh and blood of the abominations of abundance. Given the gravity of the situation, we decided to go to Graphia Academy and first launch an investigation into Full Wish. During the course of events, we unexpectedly crossed paths with Full Wish herself. Also a survivor of the Bloodstained Games, she openly joined the Phantasmoon Games and invited supplicants to travel to Seafeld City. During our exchange with Full Wish, Himiko realized that Full Wish might be a masked fool. As a result, I asked Sparksy to investigate the tavern for leads. And through that, we identified Full Wish's ability, the happiness syntax.
Eine blöde Frage zwischendurch, aber was ist eigentlich aus Sparkle geworden? Ich meine, die war die erste, die wir in Planarcadia getroffen haben. Sie hat uns ja direkt vom Astral Express aufgegabelt und ja, die ist einfach weg nach dem Fight gegen Sparksy.
Evanescia and Yao Guang established a cooperation agreement. After Evanessia's attempt to assess Full Wish in her capacity as the arbitrator failed, they encountered Blade and his group and learned that the flesh implanted in the happiness surgery originated from Shuhu, an emanator of abundance.
Aber dieses Kooperationsabkommen, sagen wir einfach mal Allianz, wurde ja schon im vorletzten Update geschlossen.
Himiko and I went to the TV station to take part in the debate and met up with Sunday and Asheville, who had arrived ahead of us. However, the debate turned out to be a carefully orchestrated trap. In full view of the public, all those who had undergone the surgery transformed into terrifying monsters. When the disaster erupted, Evanescia willingly violated a forbidden taboo and revealed the real purpose of the Phantasmoon Games, to suppress the terrifying entity slumbering within Planarcadia. Through this act, she unlocked the original power of the ambrosial arbor within herself and intervened in the unfolding situation.
In diesem Artwork sieht sie so richtig krass aus wie Himiko.
At the same time, Silverwolf, entrusted by Pearl, set out to investigate the anomalous signal responsible for the monster's emergence, only to be obstructed by Mr. Meanie. As the force backing Full Wish, he wields tremendous power, powerful enough to interfere with the Stellaron Hunter's script. Meanwhile, Full Wish continued to livestream our movements in the TV tower, distorting the truth by every possible means. Drawing upon the wish power of 200,000 victims, she manifested the Meanie Phantasmoon in an attempt to defeat us individually. Thankfully, Silverwolf regained the power of the ether cartridge. After overcoming every obstacle in our path, we reached the top of the TV tower and confronted Full Wish head-on. Drawing on the people's wish power, she briefly held the upper hand. Ultimately, I used the Stellaron within me to bear that wish. Even so, those who had undergone the surgery did not recover. At Blade's proposal, everyone joined forces to concentrate all of Shuhu's. Just when I thought the crisis was over, Evanescia requested that I warn the creator of the world in canvas. According to her, Assad Pramod, the Lord Ravager who once attempted to eliminate Planarcadia, has returned again.
Die Zusammenfassung der Handlung ist beendet. Möchtest du sofort? Ja. Sonst werden wir hier gerade von so einem Ding verprügelt. Wie gefallen euch eigentlich meine Ohren? Gut. Auf jeden Fall, wir haben ein neues Update und sehr viel Zeug hier. Ich denke erstmal, wir holen uns erstmal die Stellariade und dann schauen wir uns hier weiter um. Gut, 7. März, was machst du eigentlich wieder auf dem verdammten Train? Gut, reden wir mal mit ihr.
You're back.
Ja, natürlich.
The incident that happened happened at Full Wish TV is causing a huge stir. Come watch the news.
Na gut.
Hello, everyone! Welcome to our brand new segment, the Phantom Moon Brief. I'm your host, Poofy.
Hi, everyone. This is your old friend, Snowy.
Well then, as the Phantom Moon games reach a boiling point, and for reasons that need no explanation, we are now joining Duo Mention TV to bring you live coverage of the latest and most critical news updates.
Aber Snowy ist ordentlich mies gelaunt.
Yes, we are. And after the director of Full Wish TV and sponsor of the Research Society of Happy Smiles, Full Wish announced that she was joining the Phantom Moon Games. That terrifying tragedy of 15 years ago once again swept through the Psionic Game.
The supplicant debate, slated to take place at the Seafeld TV tower, was cut short when out-of-control Imaginée known as Joy Ascendants appeared suddenly and launched an attack. This Imagenesis plague centered on Seafeld City spread rapidly. Even Full Wish herself turned into a monster atop the Seafeld TV.
As of the latest reports, nearly 200,000 human and Imaginée inhabitants across Planarcadia have been affected by the plague. Countless individuals are injured or missing, and total losses are estimated to have reached 8.6 billion credits.
Oh Gott, da hatte das auf jeden Fall ordentlich Konsequenzen beim letzten
And in a
Update.
chilling echo of the bloodstained games 15 years ago, footage left behind by Full Wish points to the disaster as the work of supplicants from beyond the sky.
She identified the culprits as the famed cosmic hero, the trailblazer of the Astral Express, and the wanted criminal, Stellaron Hunter Blade, claiming they were responsible.
But a spokesperson for the Department of Aberration Defense said the disaster was planned and executed by Full Wish herself through her organization, the Research Society of Happy Smiles. They added that the investigation will continue and
Oh, how familiar that sounds. 15 years ago, they made the same excuses. What is the real story behind this?
over 500 years ago, a prophet made a prediction. In year 1999, a terrifying devil will descend from the sky. Will this prophecy come true? Shame on them. How can they just say things like that on TV when it's not even confirmed? And the internet is flooded with fake news about you too.
Hey, mach jetzt nicht einen auf Trump.
Also, those two hosts, weren't they from Full Wish TV? They were spreading nasty stories about you on the news before. And now look, they've immediately jumped ship after what happened to Full Wish.
Vielleicht guckt Snowy deswegen so unfreundlich. Ja, Schande über sie. Klassisches Medienverhalten. Naja, irgendwie müssen sie ja auch mit ihren Lebensunterhalt verdienen. Die Antwort nämlich.
Since when did you get so understanding?
Immer schon. Sei nicht so unfreundlich
You
hier.
made it back safely, but somehow you just don't seem quite the same.
Hey, ich werde jetzt nicht schwarze Gothkleider tragen, wenn du damit anspielst. Oder meinst du meine Ohren?
Oh no. You're trying to grow up and leave me behind. Don't tell me you're becoming the next Dan Hung.
Dan Hang ist ein Unikat.
No. Is this what it takes to become a hero?
Ist es wirklich so schlimm, sich in Dan Hang zu verwandeln? Sich in Mert zu verwandeln könnte schlimm.
I am so cute and lovely. What's the problem with that?
Du bist selbst verliebt.
Oh, right. Tell me about what happened at the TV tower. I've heard Don Hung and Sunday's side of the story, but I haven't heard yours yet.
Ich wurde runtergeschmissen. Und dann habe ich beschlossen, Darth Maul zu cosplayen. Nur mit gelben Klingen. Jetzt,
So, Full Wish had people undergo the happiness surgery to implant Shuhu's flesh into their bodies, and that ended up causing this disaster?
So in etwa.
And you guys stopped the mutation from spreading, but all you managed to do was to temporarily seal Shuhu's flesh inside Blade?
Ja, ich halte das auch nicht für die beste Idee, aber er hat eine neue Form bekommen. Ja, genau.
Then you mentioned that Nessia, the one we met at Star Rail Fest, is actually the Phantasm Moon Games arbitrator? No wonder she could draw a mask for you. And she also asked you to go deep into the world in Canvas to warn, who was it again?
Aber ehrlich gesagt wundert es mich immer noch, dass sie keine Eminatorin ist. Ah, scheiße, jetzt habe ich es weggedrückt.
Who is that?
Yes, Graphia, Himiko's ancestor. She's an artist from 1,000 years ago.
Himiko's ancestor? She's still alive? Wait, that's not even the most important part. Nessia asked you to warn Graphia that the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramod, is back? Why does the Express have such bad luck? By this point, whenever we go on vacation, I'm always ready to deal with random problems. But running into another Lord Ravager while on vacation is
Hör auf zu
way over the line.
Hör auf zu heulen. Das kriegen wir schon hin.
Lord Ravager, Evanesia's request, Shuhu's flesh and Blade's body, and the unfinished Phantasm Moon Games. Suddenly, there are so many things to deal with.
Ist es nicht immer so?
Feels like we're juggling a bunch of eggs all at once. One slip, and it's all gonna go splat.
Ja.
Are you okay?
Mir geht es gut. Ein ziemliches Chaos. Gib mir eine Sekunde zum Nachdenken. Ich bin müde. Bringen wir es einfach hinter uns. Was? Keine Quatschaussage?
I shouldn't have asked so many questions. Didn't mean to stress you out or make you worried. I'm gonna go take a minute and collect myself.
Häng noch eine Null dran.
So many things to deal with right now. Oh, what should I do next?
Wie wär's mal ein Bad zu nehmen?
I've had a long day. I should just get some rest.
Jetzt for real? Na gut. Aber erstmal gucken wir uns mal den neuen Banner an. So nebenbei. Ja, Guang ist wieder da. Okay. Nicht schlecht, nicht schlecht. Na gut. Dann setzen wir uns mal ganz bequem hin. Ein Sofa mit einer plüschigen Samtoberfläche wie eine Wiege. In dem Moment, in dem du dich hinsetzt, schmilzt du praktisch dahin. Das Rauschen der Nachrichtensendung März unerbittliche Befragung, die drohende Anwesenheit des Verwüsterfüßen, das gefährliche Fleisch, das sich auf Blades Cover windet und die Zukunft der Phantasm-Spiele. All diese Probleme hatten sich zu einem chaotischen Durcheinander verflochten. Ja, also hier ist auf jeden Fall ziemlich viel los. Was kannst du tun? Du bist nur ein armer kleiner Waschbär. Du willst das Geheimnis entwirren, aber jetzt hast du dich in seinen Fäden verheddert. Du kämpfst eine Weile vergeblich, dann gibst du auf und lässt zu, dass die Müdigkeit deine Augen in Dunkelheit hüllt. Arias Schnarchen, da ist ihr Profi drin.
Welt, she's tired. Let her sleep.
Du hättest nie gedacht, dass du so viel schlafen kannst.
You're obviously tired. I never thought this vacation would become the prelude to yet another major war.
Ich glaube, so wird ja ab jetzt jeder Planet aussehen. Diese Ohren. Als Namenlos bin ich nicht überrascht. Es gibt so viel zu tun und ich weiß nicht, wo ich anfangen soll.
From our very first steps, trouble has always followed the Nameless. But this is way too much.
Look at you now. It takes me back to when I first got the Express running again. Aside from Pom Pom, I was the only crew member on board. Constantly stretched thin and feeling out of my... All I could do was note every problem in the navigation log, one by one. A world's coordinates that needed an update. A glitch in the Express's warp system. The notes were as dense as the coordinates on the astral charts back then. I never imagined the Astral Express would one day have to face a Lord Ravager. But strangely, now that the time has come again, I'm not panicking at all. Come to think of it, it's because of you. Because of all of you. Along the way, we have defeated 2 Lord Ravagers. The Nameless who guided me before I set out once told me, keep moving forward, and the obstacles that once felt impossible to conquer will soon be behind you. And along the way, you'll find companions who are... I've seen you grow through the Phantom Moon games, becoming someone others can trust and lean on. And I heard the declaration you made atop the tower. I'm truly proud of you.
Danke, Mama.
That's why I want to share a story from the past with you. A promise from 15 years ago.
Geht es darum, wie ich mir den Express wieder zum Laufen gebracht habe? Ein Versprechen von vor 15 Jahren?
I promised someone that when the moon over my hometown was full again, I would go back to see her, to let her know I had made the most of this borrowed life, and found companions I could trust with all my heart. I want to share this story with you all. The story of how my journey began.
Oh, ich will das unbedingt hören. Warum hast du das vorher nie erwähnt?
Because it's a long story, filled with many memories of my past. I'd also like to invite you all to the place where I repaired the Express and tell you everything bit by bit.
All right, it's a deal. When I return from the world in canvas, you can make us, let Shush make us some coffee. Then we'll settle in and listen to your story.
Speaking of the world in canvas, March told me about what Evanesia said to you. Evanesia's request was not made lightly, and she was worried for a reason. Silverwolf saw that Lord Ravager in action too. According to the records from the databank and the IPC's investigation, Asat Pramad's campaigns often span centuries, and the planets he targets all end up destroyed in 1,000 years ago. My ancestor Graphia created the world in canvas. If that was to resist Asat Pramad's invasion of Ahatopia, then could this disaster unleashed through the Phantom Moon games be the prelude to his next invasion?
Ich bin erstaunt, dass Graphia noch am Leben ist.
That's the first of many mysteries. Based on our family history, we are clearly not descendants of any long-lived species.
Aber wenn man die Phantom Moon Spiele gewinnt, wird einem doch ein Wunsch von Aha gewährt. Also ich denke mal, dass sie sich vielleicht ewige Jugend oder ewiges Leben oder so gewünscht hat.
Quite the opposite. The weathering curse has shortened my family's lifespan for generations. What could my ancestor have gone through to still exist today? That too leaves me deeply curious.
Könntest du mir mehr über Graphia erzählen?
There are far too many legends about her. It's hard to tell what's true and what's not. Only 2 things are beyond doubt. First, during the Cinderth Age, she created countless Imaginae and sent them into battle against the demon legions from beyond. Second, near the end of one of the Phantom Moon games, she created the world in canvas, which means she is not only familiar with Asat Pramad, but has also witnessed the manifestation of the Eon of Elation.
Über die Welt auf der Leinwand.
Nobody knows just how big the plane Graphia created actually is. Over 140 years ago, the IPC tried to salvage the world in canvas, but they were only able to reconstruct part of it in the real world. That portion became what we know as Planarcadia. Legend has it that Graphia used a vast ocean as her canvas and channeled the power of elation to step into the painting, which means she has not only seen Asat Pramad, but has also seen the Eon of Elation descend in all their...
Wo soll ich anfangen?
Good question. As for who in Planarcadia knows Graphia and the world in canvas best, it's probably Pearl. She was sent here by the IPC. She should have some clues to guide us in the right direction. By the way, General Yao Guang is here. She says she wants to talk to you in private.
Gute Nachrichten, schlechte Nachrichten.
I'm not sure if she comes with good news or bad news. She brought a little gift from the Xianzhou, though. Mung bean soda. Go talk to General Yao Guang, then. Don't keep her waiting. After that, come to the party car and fill us in on your next move.
Dann los.
Nice to meet you, Ishvara.
Wir mussten noch nicht mal porten.
I always thought that the arbitrator, Evanesia, would step in and punish Fullwish for the disaster she caused. But, to my surprise, it was you who defeated Fullwish. In my capacity as an Arbiter General, I extend my deepest gratitude to you for halting the plague and sparing countless lives from suffering.
Du bist so gütig, Generalin. Generalin, du wolltest mich unter 4 Augen sprechen.
What I am about to tell you is something Evanesia risked breaking the rules to share with me. Please keep it a secret. Not a word of this leaves the Express.
Aber wir sind noch nicht mal aus dem Express draußen. Achso, wir sind im Express.
Sealed within Ahatopia's core is Ouroboros, the Veracity.
Okay. Es sind schlechte Nachrichten von galaktischen Ausmaßen. Der Eon, der Kier. Wer ist das? Wahrscheinlich der, der uns anlocken wollte. Damals im Untergrund.
Wait, you've never heard of the Veracity before?
Nö.
Come to think of it, it must be unfamiliar to most people. They were supposed to be recorded in the list of arch-enemies as an author of calamity. They are an ancient god of desire and consumption. An eon that evolved from a Leviathan.
Planarcadia ist aber auch echt ein einziges Chaos geworden.
But they disappeared so long ago that the Xianzhou Alliance never witnessed any of their deeds. And they were never recognized as an author of calamity. Well, they need no such title anyway. Beast of Calamity. Star Devourer. Void Maw. Just hearing these names, one can imagine what kind of monstrosity they were. A vast, writhing rumor has it, they were last seen during the era of the Swarm disaster. They were hardly there to aid the Swarm, but rather to attend a cosmic-level feast, in which the Swarm served merely as appetizers. No one expected them to be here of all places, sealed away on this very planet, after
Versiegelt von
vanishing
wem?
for years.
Versiegelt? Ist er tot? Lebt der Eon der Gier noch?
The true situation remains unknown. But with this information, we can understand why Asat Pramod set his sights on this world. Aren't you a little afraid, facing a huge disaster like this?
Ich habe schon Schlimmeres gesehen. Ich habe ein Pokerface. Stimmt.
Interesting. You wouldn't flinch even if a star fell upon you. A true Ishvara. Fortune follows when fate hits its lowest ebb. Every crisis comes with an opportunity. Now that we know a force capable of devouring stars is deep in slumber at this planet's core, perhaps we could make it devour the problem inside Blade's body. It might just be a risky path worth taking. Blade has agreed to my proposal and will venture into the world in canvas to seek out the Veracity. From what I've heard, you are going there as well. I cast a divination, and the hexagram shifted between the marsh and fire trigrams, yielding the judgment. Heaven and earth are separate and apart, but the work which they do is the same. In other words, though your paths may differ, they are destined to intersect.
Wird das Blades Beerdigung sein? General, setzt du alles auf mich?
A funeral, or an adventure. Will it be a battle with only a 1 in 10 chance of survival to tear away Shuhu's flesh from his body, and eliminate the Xianzhou's arch enemy? Or will it be a journey in which he settles all grudges and never looks back? Blade agreed to my proposal, even though that little Stellaron hunter girl wouldn't stop objecting.
Janoi, setzt du alles auf mich?
Betting? No, I don't see it that way. We are not chips laid on a gaming table, nor dice tossed at someone's whim. We trust in people, in ourselves, and in those beside us, knowing they can change the course of even the most desperate. That belief is what gave you the strength to overcome Foolish. It is also the only reason I stay for this world. My purpose has never changed. I am going to draw the elite. I have a plan for how to handle Asat Pramod if he strikes unexpectedly.
Sieht so aus, als müssten die Phantasm-Spiele bald zu Ende gehen.
What miracle could cap off these games better than a finale that humbles a Lord Ravager? It will be a tribute to the elation. The shadow of the Lord Ravager looms, and from here on, everyone must carry their part of the burden. I will take my leave first.
Na gut, dann
Before I set out,
bis
I still
zum
want to say a few words to everyone.
ja dann bis zum nächsten Mal, ja, One. Ich glaube, die sehen wir erstmal nicht wieder. Na gut, Leute, dann würde ich hier den ersten Part mal wieder beenden und wir sehen uns dann beim nächsten Mal. Ich sag dann mal bis dann und ciao.